Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining me for this WNCT Now update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio. WNCT is providing you with live streamed updates on our website, WNCT.com, every Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. to bring you the latest up-to-date news before our nightly newscast. The city of New Bern is planning a water outage next week to do repairs on a broken fitting. The planned service outage is expected to be on Tuesday, July 28th from midnight to 4 a.m. About 150 homes will be affected. On Tuesday morning, customers will have water service, but city officials are advising them to boil their water before using it for drinking, ice, washing dishes, brushing teeth, coffee, and food preparation. The Water Resource Division recommends customers boil all water for 1 minute and then allow it to cool before use. The city will do bacteria checks to determine when to lift the boil water advisory. We have some weather for your Friday, heading into the weekend. First Alert meteorologist Alex Wassilenko has that forecast for us.
IF and happy Bowtie Friday, everybody. I'm your First Alert meteorologist, Alex Wassilenko, reporting from the First Alert Weather Center on this slightly cooler but more active day across the east and coastal plains. As we time out the rest of your Friday forecast, do expect some isolated showers and storms this afternoon, but more widespread showers and storms are expected this evening, some of which could be strong to severe. You will notice those showers and storms hanging out across eastern North Carolina tonight through early Saturday morning. However, by the time we wake up Saturday morning itself, a lot of those showers and storms will be exiting off the Crystal Coast and Outer Banks, giving way to a quiet start on Saturday. However, you will notice too, just down to our south and west along the Texas coast, that is a big blob of moisture and thunderstorm activity associated with Tropical Storm Hannah. Tropical Storm Hannah is expected to make landfall along the southern coast of Texas this weekend. Tropical Storm Hannah, though, will have no impacts in eastern North Carolina. Your 7-day inland forecast calling for the return of isolated showers and storms Saturday afternoon. Temperatures by that point in time will remain in the low 90s. We go for the low 90s once again on Sunday, but Sunday will be the pick of the weekend with slightly drier weather, more sunshine, and seasonably hot temperatures. By Monday and Tuesday, boy, do we start to crank up that heat and humidity once again. We could be nearing the century mark for daytime highs on Tuesday afternoon under mostly sunny skies. It'll be slightly cooler along the coast with a lot of air quotes around the word cool. Temperature is still going to be in the low 90s on Tuesday afternoon for the Crystal Coast and Outer Banks, but you still have to factor in those heat index values that will soar well into the low 100s for the first parts of next work week. Make it a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend. Stay weather aware and keep hydrated as always this time of year. I'm your First Alert meteorologist, Alex Wassilenko.
All right, stay with us, and we'll be right back with some more news after this short break.
On your side, reporters are all across the east and in your neighborhood.
In Tarboro,
in Kinston,
in Greenville,
at Atlantic Beach.
Covering local stories that impact you.
The groundbreaking ceremony is the beginning of construction for Morehead City's 4th City Hall.
People from all over the state of North Carolina gathered at the Sycamore Hill Missionary Baptist Church.
Historic Turnage Theater in Washington helps the community celebrate art and culture.
See their original reporting weekdays on 9 on Your Side News.
Thanks so much for joining me. If you're just tuning in, I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio, providing you with some early afternoon updates. Enhanced employment benefits expire in just a few days. Senators are struggling to come up with a plan of action that they can all agree on for a second round of stimulus money. Congress's goals is to have a new package passed by the end of the month, but that doesn't seem likely. Kelly Meyer out of our D.C. Bureau has more on what those conversations are looking like.
Republican senators are scrambling to come up with their version of the next coronavirus relief plan.
I hope that we get it done before the August break because people need it out there.
Georgia Republican Senator David Perdue says he wants to make sure the next round of funding is targeted to those who need it. Congress passed the first COVID aid bill back in March, helping those out of work or unable to pay rent due to the pandemic, but many of those federal provisions expire in just a few days.
We've got to do some things in Congress, I hope, in this next package.
Alabama Democrat Senator Doug Jones is pushing his Senate colleagues to take up the coronavirus package the House already passed 2 months ago. The $3 trillion HEROES Act promises 6 more months of unemployment benefits, plus rental assistance and mortgage relief. Senate Republicans want their own plan with a much lower price tag. They were expected to release the proposal Thursday morning, but then held back. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer criticized Republicans for waiting too long to take action.
The Republican disarray and dithering has serious, potentially deadly consequences for tens of millions of Americans.
North Carolina Republican Senator Tom Tillis rejects that idea.
I heard Senator Schumer say that we're in disarray. We're not. What we're trying to do is come up with a good, balanced strategy.
Republicans are working with the White House to get a bill the president will support. Reporting in Washington, I'm Kelly Meyer.
President Trump says Republican National Convention events set for Florida next month are canceled. The president made the decision because of rising coronavirus numbers in that state. He says, quote, "People elected me to help and protect, so I told my team it's time to cancel the Jacksonville, Florida component of the GOP convention." Let's take a listen.
People elected me to help and to protect. So I told my team it's time to cancel the Jacksonville, Florida component of the GOP convention. We'll be starting in North Carolina for the Monday, as has always been planned. We were never taking that off. That's remaining as it is. The delegates are going to get together. That's where they do their nomination. So the delegates are going to North Carolina, and they'll be doing the nomination. And we're going to do some other things with tele-rallies and online the week that we're discussing, which will be really good. I think we're going to do it well. And I'll still do a convention speech in a different form, but we won't do a big, crowded convention per se. It's just not the right time for that. I care deeply about the people of Florida and everywhere else, frankly, in this country and even in the world, who would be coming into the state, and I don't want to do anything to upset it. They'll be doing very well very shortly. We're going to put some maps up of the country behind me, and you'll see that the area that we're talking about is a hot spot. You'll also see a lot of the country has.
As President Trump said, the smaller events like the delegate nominations will still take place in North Carolina, along with tele-rallies and online outreach efforts. That wraps up this WNCT Now early afternoon update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio, and I'll be back again at 4 with another live update for you before our nightly newscast. Thank you so much for watching.